10 fall and winter fragrances. Not in order, not top 10, just random fall and winter fragrances that I have. We're going to start with Parfum de Marly's Layton. I know people who love it, like me, love it. I know in the frag com it gets a lot of hate or looks down upon because it's, I don't know, well, too known, generic, or blah blah blah. I don't know, same thing with Aventus. Just because it's so famous, people seem to hate it. For me personally, this is my first fragrance that I knew that was a niche when I was just beginning and I was in my I'm too good for designer stage, and I'm still in that stage. But when that just started, I would tell all my non-frag head friends about, hey, you know, the stuff that you see at the malls, those are designers, but there's things called niche. And those guys didn't care, but that's when I was telling them. This is when I discovered it, and it's just not only a memory thing because I discovered it early. I love the scent, and even from back then, it just felt expensive and nice, and I just love it. So there's Parfum de Marly's Layton. And moving on to number 2, something that I think that smells very similar to me for some reason is YSL Tuxedo. And as you can see, it says spices, patchouli, and it is very, very, very heavy on patchouli. I really think this is something that is very fancy, high class, expensive. I said that same thing with Parfum de Marly. It's just really refined and it's really nice, and it grew on me. At first I kind of thought it was redundant, but after a while I kind of got it. So number 2, Tuxedo. Since we're on a YSL theme, or YSL, another YSL Wild Leather. This fragrance right now is my number 1 favorite fragrance as of right now. Well, that changes all the time, but this is amazing. I mean, when you first try a fragrance, sometimes you don't like it. You might like it later. You kind of like this. This is one of the ones that I tried, and right away it was just, this is it. I need to have a bottle. I might sell it later, but I need to own a bottle. I need to take it on a few dates, buy it dinner, see where it goes. And I'm telling you, it's just so nice. The way I explain it is, I don't even feel like I'm smelling a leather fragrance. It really makes me feel like I'm smelling leather. Okay, Jay, what do you really mean though? Do you know the difference between smelling leather and smelling real fragrance? I don't know. It's what my brain says and what tells me, and it compared to other leather fragrances, it feels like I'm not smelling a fragrance and I'm smelling leather. So that's number 3, YSL Wild Leather. We just talked about leather, so moving on, let's talk about an oud. Number 4, Dior Oud Isfahan, however you pronounce it. This to me is a very light oud, and I don't mean light as in, I don't know, it's strong as well, but it feels light to me. And even though it's light, it's something that you wouldn't put too many sprays on. You put a couple of sprays on, but it's definitely for the fall and winter, something that keeps you warm, and it's really nice, and something I always had since my beginning of my journey. Number 5, Dior Oud Isfahan. Talking about oud, let's get another oud guy in here. At number 5, I have Tom Ford Oud Wood Intense. I would say Oud Wood is more, I wouldn't say summer, but a spring kind of scent. It's much more brighter, where the Oud Wood Intense is much more mature. I mean, the opening is going to be bright, but I think it's more suited for the fall and winter weather, and it's much more mature and much more classy as well. At number 5, I have Oud Wood Intense. and keeping this on Tom Ford. At number six, I have Tom Ford Soleil Brillant. And this is a delicious gourmand. It has honey, vanilla. It's something I wear on Christmas and Christmas Eve. It just gives me the holiday vibes, and it really is a nice winter scent. And I've been wearing this since maybe it's only 1 year, 2 years. Every Christmas I've been wearing this, and I really love and adore this. I try to put this away and not try to wear it all the time, not to kill the magic, but this is something I really love. At number 6, we have Tom Ford Soleil Brillant. And speaking of gourmands, at number 7, I have Chipmunk, Zoologist Chipmunk. And this, it's 3 words for you: hazelnut, hazelnut, and hazelnut. Another delicious scent, another, again, Christmas for sure. This is one of the scents that I wish I had magical powers, or if somebody had magical powers, they could magically turn this or make the edible version of this, and I would like to try it. That's how delicious it is. How delicious it is. And I'm really not exaggerating. If you tried it, you would agree with me. And if you haven't, when you try it, you'll 100% agree with me. At number 7, Zoologist Chipmunk. Nom, 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 nom. At number 8, we have Plum in Cognac. Another very winter scent. A very nice scent, classy, again expensive. And this one really is not for everybody. It's very expensive. It's you have to have the budget. I wear it in the winter. I really like this. It almost keeps me warm. One weird thing about this is when I try this more than the plum or the cognac or the vanilla or all the other notes that are supposed to be in there, I get very strong tobacco. I don't know if it's tobacco leaves or tobacco, but it's very strong tobacco. And I don't see that listed as one of the notes. So I don't know if my nose is broken or if I'm off or whatever. But at number 8, we have the Plum in Cognac. And number 9, we have a designer. And like I said before, I don't know, somehow I became a niche head. I think sometimes I should have stayed in designer more. I shouldn't just be all about niche and give everything equally a chance. But I think somewhere along the line, in my experience, I just enjoy the niche much more. But on our number 9, I have a designer that I actually enjoy a lot, and I wear it in the fall and winter, and that is Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé. And this, I mean, if you blindfold me and let me try this and ask me, does it smell like a designer or a niche? I would probably say niche. And it really doesn't even matter if something is designer or niche. Like, my mind is blocked in the stereotype, but whoever you're watching, you shouldn't be. Anyways, again, a very warm, I think boozy scent. It's nice, and if it's made this list with all these niches, that means it's beautiful. At number 9, have Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé. At number 10, I actually have a cheapie. So now, this guy here, Lalique Encre Noir Extreme, I think is how you pronounce it. I think the house Lalique my balls, is how you pronounce it. And yeah, this is surprisingly very, very well done. I mean, it's really, again, I don't want to stereotype and box it into cheapies, designer, niche, but I legitimately think this can pass as a niche. And also, I think this is one of the best cheapies. Dollar per dollar, what you can get I mean, if this is your, if you like noir and dark and these kind of scents, but if this is what you think, this is a great valued scent, and also a great fall and winter scent. Number 10, La Lique My Balls, Ancre Noir à la Extreme. So there's my 10 fall and winter fragrances that I just literally freestyled up, no script, nothing, just, so that's it. Don't forget to have a great sense of humor.